What's up YouTube, Mr. MSC here, and today we're going to be doing the Nightmare Let's Play of the Singer Barbarian, or guided playthrough, whatever it is. I think calling it a Let's Play is still the better way, but the guided playthrough is a little more of what it does. I don't know, who really cares? This is part Nightmare. So in part Normal, we played through as just a double swing and Frenzy Barbarian, of course, as singing does not become viable until level 30. But now we are level 30, so we can start getting into Warcry and start singing our way through the rest of the game. There are going to be some important things to note along the way. And before we start, I just want to make a very important announcement piece of it, which is go at your own pace. Remember, this is a Let's Play, so don't worry about keeping up at the exact speed. If I'm too fast for you, just pause the video, wait till you catch up. If I'm too slow for you because I'm explaining things for too long, just fast forward the video, catch up. The whole point of this series is for you to play along with me so you can actually beat the game with different characters and have a lot of fun, because I think playing Diablo 2 is insanely fun, and even with some guidance like this, still very difficult. But I think this is very helpful, especially for difficult characters like the Barbarian, or I mean, there's a lot of characters that when playing through the game are a little bit more difficult. So we are now level 30. Which means it is time to respec. And you might be above level 30, right? You might have done some more leveling there, which is totally fine. So you should at least be 30 for Nightmare here, but you could be all the way to like 35, 36, 37. Just depends how much you wanted to level up. Over leveling is never a terrible thing here. So I'm just gonna come back and I'm going to respec now, right? We are now done with the era of melee, and we are now moving into singing. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to come over here. We're going to get a point in natural resistance, a point in increased speed. I just like both of these. Natural resistance obviously gives us more res, which is super helpful, but increased speed, even getting a little more run walk, is very helpful in survival, right? Being able to run a little bit faster, it actually gives you a ton to just be a little bit more survivable in different situations, as you can escape when you're, maybe about to get hit and about to die. I also put 1 point into Mace Mastery. If you wanted to put it into another mastery, you could if you had that weapon, like a strength or whatever it is, and a sword or something. But I have found Crush Flange, and so I'm just going to put it in this mace. However, additionally, if you are going to be making a black or a strength or whatever it is, because you will want a crushing blow weapon at some point, I do like just putting it in a flail and just getting the stats for that flail. I think that always works. Getting like a black flail is just very solid and super helpful. In terms of combat skills, I like to have a point in leap attack. It's just very helpful. And then I like to get a point down into concentrate. This is just useful as it's not interruptible, so when you're fighting people like Duriel and things like that, you can actually stay in on them and just keep hitting them without getting interrupted, and this will help you get off a lot of your hits for your crushing blow against bosses. And now we get into the bread and butter of what this build actually is, and that is Warcry. So Warcry is going to be what we're putting all of our points into as we can. However, at level 30, we can only put 1. So if you are above level 30, go ahead and put more points into Warcry. Additionally, if you want to save a few more points for natural resistance, you totally can. I might save a couple points just to put in there as I level up the next couple of levels, as having the additional resistance is just super nice. So we have Warcry right there, and you can see how Taunt and Battle Cry all give more damage to it. So Battle Cry is where we're going to put some more points there. And then I'm actually going to put a couple more points into battle orders. So I'm going to put it at like 4 or 5 right here. It just helps with the duration. It gives you a lot of life, and it's super, super helpful. And additionally, the max mana, I think, is also very helpful for this. So because of that, I'll actually go 6 right there. And I'll save these 2 points to go into natural res if I want later. So I think this is a pretty good respec right here to give you some good survivability, a little bit of damage, and then you can move forward from that. Now, in terms of gear, if you have to use those flails, then remember, get enough stats for the flails. 41 strength, 35 dexterity. For us, we can see I already have enough for the crush flange, so I'm not going to need anything there. However, and I'm going to go ahead and switch on my teleport staff here. I will probably still want to have some strength, as I'm going to go up to 50 strength right now, because 50 strength is just a good amount to have. And I say that, and that sounds very weird, but I'll explain it a little bit better. Oh yeah, I like flails because the attack speed as well. Having the strength is going to be super useful because there's a lot of items that you're going to find that are going to be like 45 strength, 48 strength, 43 strength, just things like that. So there's really a good number of items where 50 strength is going to kind of cover it, and that'll have enough for that. You could also go to 60. 60 is going to open up the plated belts. And then a couple other pieces as well. So for right now, I'm going to stick at 50. And then if I run into 60 strength, something that requires 60 strength, I'll grab it and then I'll use that as well. For dexterity, I'm not spending any more points because I simply don't need them. Like I said, I have the crush flange that has my crushing blow right there on it. So I'm good. I've got the crushing blow that I need, and I'll be totally fine with that. And now you say, okay, so now everything else goes into vitality, right? Wrong. We're actually going to spend points in energy here. And I'm going to put my energy up to, let's go to 69. I think that sounds like a random good number. And the reason that we're going to put points into energy, once again, is because we're singing. And having the ability for those pots to double, to crit, is actually really useful. So more points in energy is actually helpful there. Plus it does give us a little bit of base mana. So I like to put some points into energy. You of course can adjust this as much as you would like. I'll go ahead and put the rest into there. But I feel like having this much life, and then additionally when I'm using battle orders and getting the boost on the mana and right, all this stuff, I think it's just going to be very helpful to have a slightly higher mana pool. So we've done that. Now we can go ahead and also adjust some charms. I'm not going to need anything with dexterity and attack rating and all of that stuff. So I'm just going to keep my resistance charms. And now we can move into Nightmare if we want, which I actually will, to shop for some wands. And then maybe we'll come back to normal if we want to do a little bit more with that. So let's go to, that's normal. Oops. Let's go to Nightmare. Am I going to use Insight? I would actually love Insight. And it's definitely an option. I would lose the spirit abilities, but Insight would be super nice. We've done those quests, yes. So now in Nightmare, I'm going to head over to Akara, and I'm just going to do some wand shopping. I mean, I could use it for myself. So what I actually really want to look for is I want to look for blue wands, right? So there's none right there.
Impossible.
And let's go here. And what I'm looking for really is just big plus to mana. Now, if I have spirits already, I will use spirits right now. However, I have not found spirit, and so I can't really use spirit right now, right?
Yes.
So instead, we're looking for wands that are just going to have some good mana on them. That'll just be very helpful for us.
Good day.
And there's 36 to mana. I'd really like more. I'd really like at least like 70 mana, probably something like that. Einher and Fistful of Zeal, thank you guys for the subs. And additionally, we could also get FCR. So I will go ahead and grab 120 FCR wand. Has 10 light res on it, very cheap. And then we'll look for one more wand with, that's 51 to mana. A little bit more than I want. Yes, now something that we'll talk about after this is going back to normal and doing cows, because they have decent bases and they have what we can kind of want for when we eventually can make our spirit. Now we can't make it yet because I don't have the Am rune that I need, or a Thol rune. I have Ral, Tal, Ort, so I have a little bit of something, but oh, nice, senor.
Hello.
Cold res. Where's my mana wands? Guys, we're not doing shopping music this early in the run. You can also find Amrune while you are doing... while you're doing cows, which is very helpful. And Soul Rune as well. So again, getting insight, getting cows, getting all that can be really nice. Alright, we might just have to grab something lower right now and just get a higher one later. So expensive. What are these ones? Alright, I'm just gonna maybe go another FCR. No, I need some mana. Why not a spirit sword? I will make a spirit sword later. Your call is very important to us. Please stay on the line. Saw a life tap wand? Yeah, we don't need life tap. Not for this character. 48 to mana. Perfect. Alright, we'll grab that one. So we need a little bit of cash. It's not like my ideal exact price, but... and we'll grab a couple chipped gems. And then we'll buy a couple cheap ones. And re-roll it. And oh my god, we just re-rolled one with mana anyways. Okay, well, we'll sell that and just get gold anyways. And 48 to mana. Now I have to debate if I want 2 mana ones or just this one. We'll just use this one for now with the 20 FCR. That'll be fine. Okay, well, we have 40 to mana. Perfect. We could also put a Tyrant in there if we want for a little bit extra mana per kill, which could just be a nice little boost for us. Let's go ahead and do that. So, now we're here. Now we can set our hotkeys. Do that. And we aren't really going to use any of that right now. And so now my belt is going to shift over. And also something to note about Nightmare is you can actually shop a lot of really nice things like boots, belts, gloves, all that stuff. So I'm going to come over here and I can look for some nice boots and gloves and belts. And we'll just go and do a couple more. Trying to avoid them, Fatima. 20 faster run walk, 31 MF. I'm going to grab the faster run walk as that is very nice. Help us a little bit more. And I don't know if we'll find what we want here. But like I say, gloves, boots, belts, all of that is super nice right here that you can find. With a variety of stuff. Even this is an upgrade. 17 hit recovery, 21 cold res to my just random defense belt. So very helpful just to find some random stuff. And then you can find things like this as well. 55 to life, 2 open socket. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to put that on my mercenary. Yeah. Get him some more life. And if we have, you know, I have a perfect ruby, but I want to use that for some crafting later on, we could also do that, right? So a lot of things that can be done. 13 to energy right there. And we don't need this anymore. It is 4 to energy, 7 to mana though, which I do kind of like. But 1 mana per kill might be worth more. We'll have to figure it out. So now we can finally begin.
Beware foul demons and beasts.
And now this is how we kill. Shouting mobs to death. Fire Shrine is nice.
Sing your heart out.
Yes, and this is why it's called the Singer. Now, for those of you who just realized this is going to be the rest of your life, I apologize. Welcome to the rest of your Diablo life. Ooh. Insight base. Yeah. So we could always go back and get an insight base for our mercenary by finding one from like the cows or something like that. Can I talk about potion crits a bit? Sure. So potions will crit. Also, thank you, McClelland. Potions will crit. Okay, so what this means is the more points that you have in energy, the higher the chance that when you drink a potion, it will do double the life and or mana, whatever it is there, right?
There are many foes here.
So it's very nice. So that's why it's very helpful for this character who's going to be drinking potions to have the ability to crit there. Makes it much easier. This is painfully slow kill speed. You should see a melee barbarian trying to kill stuff here. Thank you, PNG. And the whole point is we really want to be able to try and sustain it so we're able to keep casting and shouting. This is like 10 times faster. Stamina potions won't crit now. It's your health and your mana and health pots. Shout is a physical damage as well. And the reason that this ends up being so nice overall is because, one, it has that stun, which is super good. So you can just keep monsters perma-stunned, which is just fantastic. But additionally, one of the best things about it is that it's an AoE for the Barbarian who does not have AoE damage. Also, for bosses, you won't always stun them, but sometimes you'll stun them. Not like bosses, but these unique mobs and champions. So just a note. But the minions and all of those guys, very easy to stun. So getting AoE on a character that always hits is actually amazing. How do you deal with physical immunes? You just don't. Just don't fight them. If you really want, you could put a single point into Berserk if you have a weapon that'll like do a little bit of damage, and then you can use Berserk against them. But honestly, it's just not worth it. Just not worth it at all. Battle Cry will not remove physical immune, no. So yeah, for a lot of them, the best course of action is just walk away. It's like when your ex tries to get you back. It's like, best thing to do, walk away. Don't do it.
The rogues are safe for the moment.
Mama, are you okay? I'm great. How are you guys? Okay, so we have one more skill point, and I'll go ahead and put it into Battle Cry. Yeah, I mean, you can just see this is insanely good for a barbarian. Now, things you do have to look out for. One is Stone Skin, right? Stone Skin is going to be a lot more difficult for you to kill. So if you do have the Ancients or something with Stone Skin, that might be a little bit difficult for you. Making sure your battle command and battle orders are on, I think, is another important thing just to remember. And then just kind of certain champion and boss groups that might give you a lot of trouble. Because again, you're not always going to be able to stop them, right? Or kill them. Champion groups you can't stun, and so a lot of times with them it's going to be super painful. Why am I not using Battle Cry? I mean, I don't really need to use Battle Cry. I can use it, but like I have them perma-stun, so they're not doing a lot of damage.
Battle Cry. Find the time to grind to level 99.
Nice. Exclamation mark rap. Also beware of beetles. Yeah, but that's always true. Wait, what? This is... Huh? Oh, that's low enough there. Interesting.
I can't carry anymore.
See what the pike has. 2 open sockets. So this would be something, again, if you find like a 2 open socket pike, maybe you want to make strengthen that, and that can be helpful for your mercenary, you know?
I can't carry anymore.
Like all those things are super, super nice. So you always just need to be aware of what you're finding and what you can kind of make, right? And this is where having a little bit of knowledge can be helpful. Watching Mr. Lamessi's YouTube videos can be helpful. But 2 open socket pike, I would make a strength in that. 4 open socket. War side though. Oh god.
Magic stones are ancient.
Jesus. Alright. Conviction is not fun. I don't like it. Get away from me. We're just going to move on. And again, it is always reasonable to just leave. You don't always have to fight. Sometimes you can just go away and you're good. Yeah, even here you'll notice, even though I'm not stunning her, I'm putting her in hit recovery, so she's not actually doing any... She never got a single hit off right there. And that's one of the nice things about this character as well, is especially when it's a little lower on there, a lot of times you can just put them in hit recovery and you're good to go. Isn't Barb supposed to be Giga Chad and fight? That's what we're doing. It's just a different way. You've never fought with your words before? Words can be some of the most harmful weapons.
Join my army of the dead.
Rah 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 rah.
Write that down in your notebooks. Thank you, Beaten Zone. What about ladder start? When can we expect it to begin? I never know, man. Perfect. So level up, we'll put another in Warcry, and I'm going to put one more into Natural Res. Because like I said, having a couple points in natural resistance, 3-4 points, I actually really love. And then we'll just continue with Vitality from here. as I'm feeling pretty good with my mana right now. I just need to be able to sustain drinking a potion while shouting.
I can't carry anymore.
Now, the mana cost of stuff will go up as we continue.
Hey, love the streams. They really
add
help
more
me
points,
get through
so
my day.
Then we'll have
Been
to see
going through a
more.
really rough time lately, but
Aw,
watching
sorry,
you
man.
really helps. Thanks, man. Keep it up.
Can't carry anymore.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry you've been going through a rough time. Just remember, things do get better. This too shall pass. I had a rough time a couple months ago, and now look at me. I'm shouting at people in a video game. So if that's not an inspiration story, you too can wake up at a brisk 11 a.m. Hey, I was up at 10 a.m. this morning. Thank you very much. But how about a good job, Mr. Llama, for starting stream right on schedule today at 11 a.m. Am I right? Who's this guy? Not my llama. Thanks, guys. How do you calculate pot crit based on energy? I would just say go to the wiki and look at the actual calculation. Who is this big llama? Man wants kudos for showing up to work on time. Amen, I do. I ain't above kudos. So we're going to go around and look for the Black Marsh waypoint. And of course we have the tower already. Perfect crafted. Because...
I need a key.
There it is. Nice and all the way across the map. Just like we don't like it. But we will grab these. Because we want to get those runes, right? If we can get spirits... that would just be beautiful. If we can get an insight, that would be beautiful. And you know who drops all of the runes for spirit and insight? That's right. Nightmare Countess. Mr. Llama SC borrows dogs just to show them a good time. Showing love to the doggos. It is the Countess. Am I gonna run double spirit? Eventually, we'll probably work our way into a double spirit. Now remember, I have to find all the runes. If you're doing shared stash on this and you can share over 2 spirits, then share over 2 spirits. If you want to, you know, do this with a little bit of help from your character. That is like the thing to do. I instead am going to go farm them. We'll check out the Jawbone Cap. As plus to Warcry would be very nice. Or just Warcries in general. So really the stuff that we're focusing on, right? If we're looking in at gear, the thing that we really want to look for... Stone skin, gross. The thing that we really want to look for here is plus to skills, right? The more plus to skills that we can get here, the better it will be for our character. So we're really going to aim for that, as we are now a caster class. Exactly. And again, if you are here playing the barb saying, I want to play a barb because barbs are cool and I love the barbarian for the melee and all that stuff, then this probably isn't the class or the build for you. And that's totally fine. This is saying, how do we get the Barbarian on the same level as some of those casters? Well, we turn him into one.
Ooh.
If it works well. Super, thank you. And additionally, we don't have to worry about things like cold enchanted. Though I do have to worry about dying to this explosion. We don't have to worry about things like cold enchanted because that does not affect our cast speed. Yeah, always be careful of dual enchanted mobs. Cold fire, fire lightning, lightning cold. Any dual enchant is very scary. There's some champions. I don't really want to fight champions. So we'll come in here. Oh no, our mercenary died to the champions out there. That's okay. And Soul Ith. Alright. Working towards that insight. Do I actually have everything I need? I think I might. I don't know if I have a Ra... Oh no, I do have a Rao rune. Alright, we might have our insight. I had one extra tier, I made sure. Ral, tier, Tal, Soul. Perfect. 16 meditation aura. 2 to crit strike though, a little low there. I don't know if his 8 is a high enough level. He's only level 22. So what we can actually do now is go back and rehire a mercenary. And then additionally, something that's super helpful is getting Leech. Because now he has damage, right? Now he's actually got 61 to 125 damage. And that's going to be very nice for him. But he still doesn't have any life leech, I don't believe. So if we can find some life leech, that can be super nice. Take all the gear off of him first. We don't need that pike anymore. And we can find... let's get just... honestly, it doesn't matter. So let's get a prayer one for right now. Or blessed aim, so he'll hit more. Sure, let's get blessed aim. Kasim, here you go. And you can't use that yet. Oh, he needs 7 more dexterity. Perfect. We have 2 open slots in our armor. And we have 8 to dexterity. So, again, being creative, you can make stuff work. And an important thing to remember right now is you don't have to be perfect with everything. We're level 31. We're gonna replace all this gear anyways. But right now, it's okay if you just get an armor to put some dexterity or a helmet to shove some dexterity in it so that he can use the insight. You know, those sorts of things are totally fine. And it's very important to just think about that stuff and go, oh yeah, I can make sure that he can wear this and do that. This is how the game was designed to be played. And it's the same idea for why I put points in energy, which by the way, vitality, another point in Warcry, and 1 more point in resist all.
Greetings.
This is how the game was meant to be played. And so if you're playing through it by yourself without all the perfect gear, then remember that you don't have to have perfect gear. Does meditation with prayer double heal? Where are you getting meditation from? Oh, meditation. No, meditation doesn't have the... Your cleansing is... Oh, it does. Oh, you're saying if you do meditation and on a prayer mercenary, yeah, then you're gonna get a lot of heal. I was confused where everything was coming from. Okay, we have some champions here. I'll kill all but the ghostly. As the ghostly is gonna just be a thing. Okay, we have our mercenary. Look at him going to town on that dude. Good job, mercenary. It's true, clown. Yeah, I mean, this is something that a lot of people never do, and hopefully this is why you are here right now and what you're suddenly realizing you can enjoy. Just playing through the game. That's it. When's the last time you played through the game from normal to hell without having somebody rush you, give you all the gear, blah, blah, blah? People don't play the game anymore, man. Once per ladder, maybe, and even then, a lot of times it's with people, right? I thought it would be Sivers. So we have regenerate mana 40%, replenish life 4. Kinda seems fun. Just really going for like all mana regen here. Between this and meditation and everything. So, this is why, to me, it's always so fun. This game, the way that it, you know, the original creation of this game and the way just building it out to play through by yourself, whatever, is honestly one of the greatest games. It's so fun, and so many people have never played it. They've never actually played through the game and just beaten it on their own like this. So, it's a completely different experience than playing online. It's super fun. I always recommend it. I just found this 4-open socket. However, I could have gone back to normal cows and found a polearm there and then took that to the socket quest and made that. However, then I wouldn't be able to do that for the spirit base, right? So you kind of have to decide. Right now, you're only going to have, you know, a few different options. Let's go check all these shrines along the way. Because you only have so many socket quests. So the normal and nightmare ones, I'd probably use for spirit, or spirit insight. You know, whatever I kind of come across is pretty much the spot. So I happened to find a 4-open socket polearm, and that was just nice. I think it does them. How many characters can you create total? On single player, I believe it's unlimited. Or close to unlimited. I don't believe it actually is unlimited anymore because I tried to port all my characters in and it gave me an error. But more than 20. Online it's only 20 right now. I really do not like that. I have expressed that many times to the developers that I hate 20. I would happily pay more money for character slots. I really hope that they just give us more character slots, but if for some reason that was something, I feel like charging for another set of character slots or something could be fine. You can always buy another account, and again, another point in Warcry and more vitality here. But I don't want to have to do that. Just add it to my main account. Yeah, I'm very, very sad that there's a 20 character limit right now. Honestly, I'll probably just go buy another account for the ladder. Doesn't really make sense not to, because this other one I have is already full. Or the barb FCR breakpoints. The same as the sorceress, actually. So you're looking at that 37, 63, 105. Man, so many hell runes, which I do not need. And a unique ring. More characters and more stash. Both. SOJ?
Good day.
Wouldn't that be wild? Ah, a 15 Nagel. Gross. I'm gonna wear it. Just to give more magic fine, but gross.
Do you know why the authorities didn't notify the family of a murdered baker? Because he was John Doe.
It's okay. I'm doing solo self-found barb, level 28, struggling with normal. Any tips? Normal Diablo. If you go look at the video I just made yesterday, you can watch me go through the Chaos Sanctuary and kill Diablo. My guess is your weapons... Ooh, a crystal sword. 4 open sockets? Oh! 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 Oh, baby! Jeez, the drops. Seated run. So, of course, we want to get those for spirits. But yeah, I'm guessing your weapons just need to be improved. You're probably hitting with really weak weapons, and so it's just going to take forever. So, obviously, 4 open sockets are great. I also would love to find white broadsword. A longsword also works. Oops. And let's check out the Demonite Sash. 16 to mana. But it does give me an extra potion slot, which I do like a lot. So I am going to go ahead and use it. Now we get to skip cows. Or we can go back and try and get a second base that we can then use our socket quest on. So we can run dual spirits. But again, we'll have to still find Amthol, Ort. We have a lot of runes that we need to find. But one of the beautiful things about all of this and where we're at is we have really good experience here. Right? So we're just leveling up, which is great. Because if we try and move into, like, let's say Act 3 right now, we just would be a little bit too weak. It'd be very difficult. It would take forever to kill stuff. So instead, we can just do this. Get our runes, get our levels, and I just love farming down here. Ladder is not out yet, Art. We still have ladder PTR that has to come out, so there's still like another step prior. And that hasn't been announced either. Ort? Okay. We like Ort runes because 3 Ort runes is a Thol rune. Additionally, we need an Ort rune anyways. So Ort runes are good. We'll put that away. We don't need that flail anymore. Honestly, I don't really need the malice anymore, but we can hold it for now. Killing them with noise pollution. Like I say, words are powerful, man. Remember how I said be careful of dual enchants? That's what a cold lightning enchant looks like. Holy cow.
Good day.
Yes?
And the reason I said be careful is because they're actually bugged. So they do way more damage than they're supposed to because they kind of like multiply the damage the expected damage together. And they bug their interactions as well. So mobs that should be doing like 20 damage are doing like 200 damage. And it's chaining out and being awful. Okay, we have a gem shrine here. I don't know if I have any really good gems. But we can go take a look. I do have a amethyst, so I could try and upgrade that to a flawless so we can try and get a caster amulet crafted later. I only have 2 amethysts though, so we'll go ahead and do that. So the way gem shrines work, whatever gem is in your inventory, it will upgrade it. If you have no gem in your inventory, it will just give you a random chip gem. If you have multiple gems in your inventory, it'll pick a random one to upgrade. Though I believe somebody said it's not actually random and they had some math to support it. I haven't looked into it enough yet. But there's some way of like where it is in your inventory and when you picked it up, maybe? Something like that. Being able to force which one it does. But for the general person, it is random. Next level up, still Warcry and Vitality. It's not lowest gem, no. And we can just try and really beeline it to the Countess. The gem closest to the top left corner. That's what I've heard as well, but I thought there was some other qualifier with it as well. Like when it was picked up as well or something. Thol rune. Beautiful. Grab the ith, because we do need Tau runes. So remember, we need Tau, Thol, Ort, Am. 3 Thols. 3 Orts makes a Thol. 3 Thols makes an Am. We have Chip Topaz right there for the conversion as well. So let's put Tau, Thol, Ort. We have 2 Orts here. Tau, Thol, Ort. We need 1 more Ort there. Don't need any more Tals. Nothing for the Am runes yet.
No.
Thank you, Ralmasu. Appreciate that. Welcome back 4 months. And having all these shrines here is actually really nice because the potential of running into another gem shrine while we're doing all this is decent, which would be very helpful for our character. Yeah, it will be. Because then we can get a perfect amethyst and we can craft ourselves a caster amulet and just see what we get. Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to make my schedule now around here. 5-6 days a week at this time. So, no, I'm gonna need more Istrans. Berserk Bar, best build for doing trav runs? Yeah, it's pretty good for trav. It's a lot of stuff. Another thing to remember is, oh, another crystal sword, please be. Aww, never lucky, chat. Never lucky. Space, thank you.
No.
I love this schedule.
Thanks, Dels. Yeah, just trying to make it better for really hit more NA and EU. Am Thol. Okay, another Thol rune. That's good. And a broadsword. Or a longsword. Warcry is physical damage. So Talthol Ort, Talthol Ort. At this point, we just need the Amaranths. Do we get any more late night streams? Just because a majority of the streams will try to be here. It's not going to be everyone, and there will be some slight adjustments.
Never lucky, but always blessed folded hands.
That's right. Always blessed. Thank you, Imble. Oh, what? Yes, you do not want a white socketed crystal sword from here. It'll probably get 6 socket. Can this barb handle cows players 5? Players 5 might be a little high, but you could go check it out. We could definitely go to like P1 cows. Maybe try P1, P3 and see what drops. But with Countess having guaranteed rune drops, I feel like she's going to be better. Additionally, I'm actually getting experience here, whereas if I was going to do cows right now, I don't believe I'd be getting that much experience. Yeah, the cows get stunned. It won't be that dangerous. It'll just... I just don't believe it'll be worth it. And another point in Warcry and more points in Vitality. Because cows are much lower level area than this tower. But if you still need your bases and stuff, once again, cows right now would be a great place to go run. It says Lord of Diablo. It's nasty damage. Careful, Kasim.
Move.
Actually beginning to like the idea of playing offline for non-ladder play. It's so fun. Soul Thal. Oh my god. Stop with the soul runes now. Thank you, Punk Rock, for 5 months. Yes, it is, Imble. I mean, Ort Soul, though, you are not wrong. So, you know what? That's actually good. Good call. I wasn't even thinking about it. But yes, lore is actually very good for this character. So we can get ourselves a 2 open socket helm. Make ourselves a little Ort Soul action. 6 to life. We'll keep it. And that is another plus to skills. Some light res. Some FCR. Or not FCR. Mana per kill. Energy. It's very nice. And again, the +1 to skills is something that we definitely want for this character, so. And if we had a helmet, like a barb helm, that was 2 open sockets with plus to war cries, it'd be super nice, but I feel like that's now asking for too much. I'm just going to go buy a 2 open socket helm in normal and make it in that. But I'll do it later because right now I really like the map I have with all the shrines. I really want to get that gem shrine one more time so we can make a crafted caster amulet. But we will keep our eyes peeled for a amulet though, or for a... Ow. For a barb helm. Ooh, another flawless amethyst. One more away from getting that perfect. You're right. We actually do have a hell rune.
I can't carry anymore.
Now, one more hell rune and then I can make myself a black if I want, which is technically going to be better. However, I would need to run some dexterity then. But it would technically be better than the Crush Flange. So I kind of want to keep that option open. Hey, Macabre. It's actually just a lot more damage than you thought. It's great. How come I don't combine full rejuves? I don't really need to right now. Like, you guys were looking at level 1, you know, right at 30 there, and it's not quite as strong at that point. But, yeah, once you get a few levels, really rolling with this. Ral, Soul, Thol. Okay, well, we're 1 Thol away from an Amrune now. And also you can push the N key to go to Nightmare after that. Oh, is there a longsword? Definitely my least favorite, but... And we have 2 Rals and 2 Orts, but I do want to make an Ort Soul.
Good day.
We can use the one from our second set. Yeah, but then I don't have that Thol rune from our second set. But I am 1 Ral away from making another Thol rune, so I mean, I'm okay with just doing a run or 2 more. How do you target the gems you need in order to upgrade runes? Honestly, just running around like normal Taurash's Tomb. Normal Catacombs. And just do like players 8 and oh, cursed. No, he hit my mercenary. Dang it. Normal players 8 like Catacombs and popping all of the chests there, or you can just do players 8 popping like super chests or random chest out and killing mobs and like Blood Moor and stuff. In the Bloody Foothills. I thought that would be 3 open sockets. Right, depends the mob. Ooh, rare ring. Any tips for gearing your mercenary at this level? I mean, Insight is obviously amazing, and now that it's available offline, it's super, super solid. So that's always one to think about. Other than that, I don't know really what other rune words I want to put on him. 1 to battle cry, 2 to taunt. 9 MF. Yeah. I mean, you can do stuff like you can put a stealth on him if you want. It's like, okay, he'll run a little faster or whatever. You can put a strength on him. Which can be not bad. A malice on him is fine. If you've really got like nothing else there. Another point to Warcry and Vitality. We're just gonna keep doing that. It's gonna be our bread and butter. Is he doing good? We are. We're doing great.
I can't carry anymore.
Tree right now. So much experience. Love it. And if there's a lot of archers hitting dudes, just going over and stunning the archers is very helpful. They did buff Singer Barb damage about 30%. Which is actually really nice. They also lowered the mana cost a little bit. Ort, Io, Tier. We're like so close in so many ways. But now that we have an Io rune, we no longer need the 3 Hell runes to make an Io rune if I want to make a black. So we can use a Hell rune. And I mean, still having the deer actually wouldn't be a terrible thing, but we'll just do this. Oops. A Scroll of Town Portal. And now we have a 2 open socket helmet. where we can make Ort Soul. And again, +1 to all skills, 10 to energy, 30 light res, 2 mana per kill. Pretty nice. On top of some other small things that are helpful. Pretty nice for us.
Move.
Thinking about doing a barb for my 2.4 group. Thanks for all the useful info.
For sure. Like I say, I actually really do like the Barbarian. I think it's a really solid class. Especially in a party, it has a ton of value. By itself, you can still do plenty. I mean, look at this. We're still crushing a lot. And one of the things is it's very tanky and just very fun to play. Like, I really love playing the Barbarian. And this is one of the safest builds as well, playing it as such. Thank you, Netmos. Don't want to start Source or Paladin? What should you start ladder with? Well, if you go to !YouTube and go subscribe and like all of the videos, because that is major help to Mr. Llama, you'll also notice while you're doing that we have a series going on right now called Is Blank the Best Starting Ladder Character in D2R? Where we discuss all of the different... No, Midor is not. Where we discuss all of the different classes in Diablo 2 and why they might be the best starting ladder character. So... 3 open socket. It's true. Everybody's like, it's the sorceress! But I think there's a lot of other characters that have a lot of value. Come on, Amrun! Soul tier, what are these drops? This is wild. Oh, we needed Ort, Thol, Am, or Ral. We got Saltier. Alright, we're gonna steal this one of these right now really fast. Thol, Thol, Thol. Chip Topaz. Hey, Amarin. Talthol, Ort, Am. 4 open socket. Ta-da! 25 FCR. Disgusting. But it still has 96 to mana, 22 vitality, and some other pieces. We'll go ahead and put it over this piece for now.
Good day.
Brutal. And Talthol. So we need one more Ral rune and an Am rune and or an Ort rune for the second one.
Hello.
Am I going to get a second spirit? I don't have a base yet for it. However, any broadsword or longsword from this point forward will get 4 open sockets. So... And this is very helpful as plus to skills, like I said before, is massive on this character. So getting the +2 to all skills is absolutely insane. Like, that does so much for this character. Not only in basic ways like that, but our battle orders is also getting increased. Our battle command duration gets increased. Our natural resistances gets increased. I need to put another point in Warcry.
Thanks for all the content.
Right, it just helps
Long-time
everything.
player that has learned a ton from watching you. I appreciate
Aw,
it.
thanks, Thrill. Very sweet, I appreciate it. On top of our damage. What about plus Warcry sticks? Those are also nice. However, you have to remember spirits are also getting FCR, FHR, big vitality, massive mana, 96 to mana right there. I mean, this is really a terrible roll. 4 magic absorb, 96 to mana, 25 FCR. Like, we really just tried to get as low as possible. So yeah, all that boost to mana, and then also getting another boost to mana from the Battle Order's boost that it gets at the plus skills. It's just so much. So even the worst spirit is still an amazing thing.
Ever made.
Thanks, Nerb. I agree. Soul again? What is going on? How many soul runes can a person find? We can make like 9 insights now or something. So many. I mean, it's still a nice rune. Soul is a great rune with a lot of good uses, but it's like we already got the 2 we needed. Insight and lore. How goes it today? Fantastic. To the iron skin. No, thank you. So, if you've already got your spirits and whatever stuff, feel free to move forward. I mean, honestly, we could even move forward with just this 1 spirit. But I feel like getting a couple more runes could be very useful because then we can actually be close to get that 2nd spirit if I do find a broadsword. Now, remember, when trying to... do that. When trying to get yourself that spirit and everything there, remember that a crystal sword that I find from here is going to probably get 6 open sockets now. So finding bases is important. Broadswords and longswords are 4 open sockets once you find them anywhere in Nightmare. So that's why I like to look for those more at this point, as a crystal sword is going to be 6 open sockets out here. IO Dole, that's insane. Yeah, we're still getting a ton of experience. I can even increase the player count if I wanted. Found ourselves a white wand.
Good day.
Which honestly we could make and would still be beneficial with the FCR.
No.
Thank you, Diet. I really want to find...
A kind reminder for Prime users.
Aw, thank you, Medald. I want one more gem shrine so badly. Nope. Is Singer special compared to other casters? I mean, it's pretty good. Stuns everything.
No.
Yeah, 1C please. Thank you. Yeah, we still got plenty of experience. We're still doing really well with all that here. But a couple runes would be nice just to have. But yeah, so I'm really looking for those other 2 to be white, unless I find a socketed crystal or something like that, and then I might do that. But we can also get out of normal cows. Told you, Warren. And let's get our points spent. Vitality Warcry.
No.
Normal cows, crystal swords are always going to be what we like, as they will always get 4 open sockets. So I can always go back and find that base there whenever I need. Undead, thank you. Oh, aw. 31,546. Wow. I didn't think it would make it to 30, so I'm honestly surprised there. Soul Rune. What else is new? Who would have thought? This is wild, man. I'm just looking for like Ort, Stoles, Ams, whatever. Not a single Amrun has dropped. But again, we're still getting experience. And I'm actually going to go ahead and go to players 3 now. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit even better experience for ourselves, as we're really kind of crushing all the mobs. Just need to make sure to set it back before we kill. Ooh, Gem Shrine! Before we kill the Countess. Hey! Thulrune! Like that. Okay, so we have a flawless amethyst. We now have a perfect amethyst. So we will go and find ourselves a blue amulet, or we can just gamble one. And then we can roll that bad boy. See what we can get. How do you get the same map? Single player, the maps will remain the same. That's how I know so many people have never played single player. Because they all sit there and go, Map Hacker! Kasim! Kasim! Stay alive! Whew. That was spicy.
Join my army of the dead.
Mr. Llama, why are you walking? Where is your enigma?
Good point. Thanks, Diet. I always click like crazy when I move around. I don't like holding down. Alright. Amrun. Amaral. Shale. Not quite. Now, Shale is not bad, as Shale actually does give us a couple options on potentially some other things. If we did want a rhyme or something later. Ooh, 10 to energy. I'm gonna run that.
The order welcomes you.
16 to energy. Well, that seems even better. Let's go there. Let's go to Jeed. Jamble an amulet. And then we go as such, jewel, perfect amethyst, amulet, and a Ral rune. And we craft nothing amazing. But let's see what our FCR actually is now. 56. So 10% more and we'd be at 63. Still usable. Still a little something. Yes, dreadful. Yeah, if we had a higher spirit roll, we'd be at that 63 already. But it's okay. Go to players 3 again. And I have more flawless amethyst. Another round and everything, so.
Wow, I never knew you can craft ammies when you are low level.
Yeah, you can always craft. Now, the available pool of stuff is different. I can't roll like +2 to skills on that. 2 to barb skills or anything like that. So the available affixes are going to be different. And sometimes it's for the better. For instance, when you're trying to craft like good blood gloves, a lot of times you don't want to be the highest level. You're going to get more stuff that you're not interested in. So, 1 more point into Warcry, 5 more points into Vitality. This has just been a great place for leveling. We're now level 39. We started at 30. Great build for hardcore. That's if you're gambling the amulet for Dia, but yeah. I am. All depends what level the gambled amulet is and where you got it, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, I mean, I have 1,200 life and I can stun most everything. And my resistances are all pretty good. Because I have natural resist, which is super helpful. So, players 1. Amrune time. Ortrune. Ooh. Well, that's convenient. Seeded runs. Now we can try and aim for the 105 breakpoint. So we find ourselves some Mage Fist, which gives us 20 FCR, and regenerate mana 25%, which the more mana regen, we have a lot of mana regen if we want. So that actually puts us at, yeah, I can hit 105 if we can get a good spirit roll on the next spirit. Now, if you have wanted to move forward for a bit, that's totally fine. Feel free to move forward. Yeah, players. So players 5. Go wild. Oh no! Alright, avoid the cursed. No, I still got cursed? Oh, brutal. That range. Do not like. Do not like. I thought I was free. So yeah, now we're casting on the 63 frame, and again, with insight and with all the mana regen that we have, we are really the higher FCR that we can get, the better. And honestly, I doubt I even need as many points in energy right now because we just have so much. So if we wanted, we have that Nightmare Respec. We can totally Respec out of some energy and get some more life going. But I feel pretty safe right now. I mean, I don't feel like I need it, you know. Yeah, I think making it would be fun still. Players 1. Open socket poleaxe. We don't need it. We already have our 4 open sockets, so we're good. Amrune! Huzzah! Our first Amrune after 30 runs. Wow.
Good day.
Alright. Tal, Thol, Ort, Am. We have our second spirit. So at this point, let's go check out Norm Cows and see how we can run through there pretty quick and see what we can get. As any broad, crystal, or longsword will get 4 open sockets from the cows. You're right, I do have the leg and stash.
Yes.
Okay. Take off the magic find. Oh yeah. Let's go players 5. Up that player count a little bit. Better. Ral rune. Ort rune.
I need a key. It's locked.
Player 7. Seemed like we were
It's locked.
but the Avenger's gonna get 3 open sockets, right? Should have been doing normal cows. I know, what are these rune drops? No, I mean, remember, we did get a ton of experience out there. If we were running around killing this stuff, like, look at my experience. It just doesn't even go up at all. So we would have gained very little levels. Whereas out there, we got to level 40. Crystal sword. If it's Eth, we're good. It is not. Unfortunate. But also a great place to find charms and stuff is out here. Remember, you can kill the king now. That is totally acceptable. But we are just looking for white broadsword, longsword, or crystal sword. The best is a crystal, second best broad, third best is gonna be your longsword. And there's a broadsword. Perfect. Required strength 48. Let's go ahead and go up to 50. Head on over to Haragath. Like we said, any cow sword like that will get 4 open sockets guaranteed. And now we just need to roll something nice. Tal, Thul, Ort, M27. Just Jesus Christ. Oh, come on. A 25 and a 27. It ranges 25 to 35. And that puts us at 103 FCR. Oh, God. Just too short. Reroll it? I don't have the runes. We have Tal, Ort. Tal, Thul, Ort. We have no Amrun. A new caster amulet would also work. Just so many things. I have a flawless amethyst and 2 regular. So a gem shrine would work as well. I mean, there's so many things that would work right now. Alright. If you're watching this guided playthrough, feel free to skip to, you know, a little tiny bit from now. I just really want to get the 105 breakpoint. Steal the rune from another account. We could also just do that. $10 FCR ring and move on. Do I have a 10 FCR ring? I don't think I do. I don't believe I do. Let's just get a quick Amarin and call it good. I like that idea. We can also just move forward. We might find an Amarin somewhere else. Players. All right. Let's move forward. I don't want to hear it, chat. I don't want to hear it. 1 in 64 chance for no rune drop.
Join my army.
For sure, Tank.
Thanks for the YouTube uploads. I've been missing the live stream.
We'll find it, I'm sure, as we continue forward. So let's go to players 3. That sounds good to me. What, rune drop? No rune. It's okay. We're gonna find an Amarin just killing stuff on P3 as we play through. Also, I really love taking like a white sharkskin belt or demon hide sash and imbuing it. That's always such a fun like imbue. So when we get the imbue quest, I'll go ahead and do that.
This monastery reeks with evil and corruption.
I can't make a caster belt yet. I don't have the perfect amethyst. What are the caster belt requirements? Does shark belt work? I think it does, right? Shark skin. It needs to be
Mom,
magic
I am
though.
on the TV.
It has to be a magic belt. This is white. Thank you, Absolute. You're on the TV. Can just gamble. Yeah, but it'll be a light belt a lot of times, so it's, you know, just gonna be annoying. But ultimately we could gamble a sharkskin belt and then go from there.
It's locked.
It's okay. We'll get our FCR. We'll get another Amarin soon, and we'll re-roll our spirit, and everything will be great. All we need is to re-roll the 25 and do a 27, you guys. You really think that we would re-roll a 25 or 26? Yeah, okay. Don't you yes that? What do you mean yes? Hold up. No, 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 no.
I should take this to Charcy.
Ain't about that. Did you hear the rumor about Summondred getting more changes? Where is everybody getting all these rumors from? No, we're gonna roll like a 35. I haven't heard any cool rumors. Pez leaking stuff on Reddit? That doesn't sound like a rumor to me. Alright, fine, we'll kill him. Maybe he's got our Amarin. Nope. Okay, we'll go 5 more and another into Warcry. Did you hear the rumor about Act 6? Be prepared for a new guide. Well, that's nice. I hope they give us more.
Thanks.
I really need to get some life leech. Finding like a just any sort of easy life leech helm would be really nice for the mercenary. Yeah, that forge dropping us an L rune really hurts a little more now, doesn't it? Alright, we'll go over that after. Oh, that's literally all he said. Be prepared for a new guide.
I can't carry anymore.
So, I mean, hopefully if you are... Ooh, another Demon Hide Sash. If you are playing through this game right now, you are realizing Barbarian, primo character. Especially if you want to play hardcore. Everybody who hated on the barb, look at me now. Crushing it. I'm like a blizzard sorceress. And we're on what? Players 3 right now? Yeah, probably players 3. Another Warcry. More vitality. Not even at our 105 breakpoint yet. Isn't this normal? No, this is Nightmare.
So cold and damp.
So good starter? Great starter.
I need mama.
I really want to get some stuff for the Merc though. He could use some upgrades.
Mr. Llama, I heard a rumor that you were actually in Blizz HQ when you were vacationing and developing Act 6. Blink if this is true.
Blink? Am I never allowed to blink now? Blink if this is true. So, gosh dang it, I blinked. So at this point as well, you can really look into if you want to farm something. And hopefully, you also, while you were doing Nightmare Countess, got either the runes Thol Ionef or Am Tyr. Because with those runes, you will now have access to Strength or Black. I talked about that before. Like it, Sam. Yes, Soren. You'll want some sort of crushing blow for specific bosses. Ah. Sometimes it's glitchy. For leap, it'll be how far he can jump you. And the knockback radius, both. And remember, we do want to go back to players 1 before we fight in Duriel, unless you want to kill her on players 3, but this isn't known to be like the strongest boss killer in the game. So, just heed that warning.
I am overburdened.
But Nightmare in Duriel does have a decent farm loot table that you can go after, so not a terrible farming spot. Also, very good chance for SOJ, and by very good I mean like not very, very good, but you know, it has chances for SOJ. Highest in the game.
Have you considered doing a speed run using items you own? Like, speed run on steroids? That should be fun.
I think I've done one of those before, a while ago. So let's go ahead and clear out these shamans. Our mercenary is probably gonna die, but and this is what I mean right here. You can see shouting and Duriel down, not always the greatest. So what you can do instead is have concentrate right there. Mercenary gonna die. And you can use that for some crushing blow hits. Just to weaken her down a little bit more. So here, I have Crush Flange, but if you have, you know, your Strength, or if you have your Black, or another form of Crushing Blow, you can do that till she gets kind of low enough that you feel like shouting her down again for the remainder. What about Grief? Yeah, I mean, Grief is great. And just like that, congratulations, you have completed Act 1. Give yourselves the clap. Potentially a little long, however,
Hello.
that's okay. We have leveled up majorly. We're 43 now, so we're like already superbly leveled here. And hey, we got ourselves a caster amulet. So we now have our FCR that we needed. That's nice. We also have the Imbue quest, so we can go get ourselves a better belt. Anti-bug is no longer a thing that needs to be done, it just automatically happens. 32 to life, 7 to mana, 17 cold res.
Oh, hi.
We like that.
Moo.
Mr. El Llama, keep up the awesome work.
Thank you.
Passion for something, regardless of what it is, will lead to success. And while you have found success thus far, more is on the horizon.
Aw, thank you. And we'll continue with our war cries right here. And let's go into Act 2. So we're just in a dominant position now. How much FCR now? We are now at 113, no, 107. All we needed is the 105 to hit that breakpoint. So we are now at the 105 breakpoint, and again, with as much mana as we have, as much FCR, as much having the boost from Insight, the mana regen, it's working out beautifully for this character, as we are able to just pretty much refill, regen all of it, and not really just get stuck in the usual problems that the Barbarian has, which is infinitely having to just sit and wait for mana to go up enough where you can cast a single Warcry. So this has been extremely nice. For this character. And now we look for the Maggot Lair. And I mean, honestly, we're going to blitz through a lot of these areas. Get ready to go fast, because we kind of had to spend our time prepping. Thanks, Fancy P. Getting the spirits and all that stuff. Because it took us a little bit longer to find those Amrunes, our character got leveled up even higher. But again, as I've talked about before, having extra levels is never this terrible thing, right? It just makes it so when you move to the next area, you're going to be even more prepared, even more able to kill stuff, and not constantly be in that position of being behind and feeling like you're just going to die any second and all that. So it really is super nice to just have a few bonus levels. How will I transition 20 years of D2 knowledge into D4? I mean, I'll just play D4 and enjoy D4 and start building up the knowledge then. Assuming the game's good. Did I already have this? No, we have found all of this while playing. How did I socket my first spirit? The first one I just found it. The second one I socketed with the socket quest. So, this is all solo self-found. Okay, Maggot Lair time. And of course, with the Maggot Lair, if you do just want to teleport around more, because you just don't feel like killing everything, you totally can. If you don't mind killing through a couple areas, also can be fine. For me, I like a mix and match of it. Not full teleport, but save myself a little bit of time. Kill some baddies. Skipping the skill quest. No, you're right. We can go back and do skill quest.
1 year, baby. 1 year of watching you bone dudes. 1 year of watching you pound dudes. Yeah. What a great year.
Mwah. Thank you so much.
Good day.
No, you'll know it's a seeded run when the Vex rune drops. What basis did I look for in normal? I mean, I found this War Scythe here. But honestly, if you just look for any of those pole arms that are dropping the cows, you can use a socket quest on that if you'd like. And Insight really has been such a benefit. Hashfire, thank you very much for the sub. I like the devs. So yeah. Yeah, we found the Insight base. It was really nice. Unlucky with our spirit rolls. That's for sure. The thing is, even if you don't find Mage Fist, if you get 2 really nice spirit rolls, you should be able to still hit the 105 breakpoint with just like a couple FCR pieces, you know. One sword we found, one sword we 4 open socketed from our socket quest. Let's just check up here real fast. Okay. And we got that from the cows. Would I rather find Mage Fist or Frosties? I mean, Mage Fist here. Frosties are great, but I'm not having mana issues. With my points in energy, plus all the plus to mana that we've gotten, plus, I mean, just everything, the insight, all of that has really cleared up any mana issues for us. So, like I said, I think we could even go back and really remove... Oh, he's cursed. Wait, what? Oh, it's over here. We could go back and remove some of the energy points that we did put in and just jam them all into vitality, get even more life. But we have 1,500 life, so it's like, I don't know, I don't feel like we crazy need to, you know.
The sun has never shone here.
Ouch, Ghost. Boot sockets? I don't think that's ever coming. You gotta go to a mod for that. Where do you get that part from the spirits? I have FCR here and here. So 25, 45, the 2 spirits, and the 10 FCR amulet.
I need mine.
So, anything that we can do to slightly
It is good to know that the sun shines once
boost
again.
that up. Will be nice. Isn't 2 times spirit cheating? Nope. Spirits are now in single player, so that's just using what the game gives us. Does it improve the strength of this build greatly? Oh, yes. I mean, it's a massive boost. And for anybody wondering why we don't use a spirit shield as well, it's because the fastest spirit shield that we can get for the Barbarian is going to be a 156 strength Monarch shield, which first off we can't even find until Hell. And secondly, we don't want to have 156 strength. So between those 2 reasons, 2 shield or 2 swords is just going to be way better. Ooh. 1 to druid skills. It's okay. We have lore already. We're pretty good on helmets. I did not, Arch. Thank you, but be vigilant for the sub. Road back to 3,000 subscribers. 12 hit recovery. I say I don't have many charms, so I'll keep it for now. It's one that we can get rid of later.
What do you think a new runeword that could be geared toward melee, physical need to do to be comparable to spirit? For melee, Fizz.
I mean, that's tough. Spirit is already like so good. I don't know if I'd want them to introduce that. I mean, that's essentially grief, I guess, right? But just if grief was even cheaper. We don't need the hit recovery. You're actually right. We're using dual spirit. Yeah, like I don't want them to make another spirit-esque item. Spirit's already like so good.
Hello.
Nothing good there. And we're not getting any leech either, which is something important. A lot of people think, oh, this is physical damage, so it's going to have the physical leech as well, but that is not actually the case. So, just a small note. Why is it laggy right now? Good lord. It's like just the Arcane Sanctuary is laggy at the moment.
I can't.
I don't understand. Second way.
Impossible.
Yeah, we're at like 10 FPS. Maybe when we come through here, it'll be better. Yep, okay. Arcane Sanctuary just was laggy. And remember, circle is over here, then crescent moon, square, sun, double down, arrow, triangle, circle over moon. That is the order of them. So we have circle right now, so we go far left. Your Arcane Sanctuary is also laggy. I've never had it be laggy like that before. It was weird. Well, honestly, I would have fourth weighted it if the person in my chat didn't say go down. Because that's the last way I would have checked. Shop Barb really viable for solo self-found? I mean, you're watching me solo self-found it right now. Density, though. New camera? Nope. Same camera. Longsword? Yeah, but I don't need any more bases. I've got my 2 swords. And since it's all self found, I'll just re-roll. My beauty filter's turned on? Yes. Okay, 45. Another point in Warcry. And more points over here. And there's an immune to physical, our first one. And what do, chat? We just leave it alone. You don't have to kill it. You can just run forward. It's okay. We complain to the developers about immunities in the game. That's right. That is what we do. But I must kill every mob! Why isn't this game easy like Diablo 3? Get the staff out. We also want this so we can crush. Perfect. And again, what is one more thing we always do before Duriel? We go to town. We get the thawing potions. 1 to lightning skills. 10 to attack rating.
The right portion can't cure.
That's right, chat. 2, 3, yep. Players 8? Psh, maybe for $100. So for every one that you drink, it is 30 seconds of an additional 50% cold res. So right now, we have 85 cold res for probably like 10 minutes. 11 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes. So it's 10 max cold res, 50% cold res, and also the additional whatever else there. 30 seconds each. No kappa on the time. I mean, there's probably some eventual cap, but... Oh yeah, we could also give them to Kasim if we wanted. And now we swap over. And we concentrate, and so now he won't interrupt us. And this is always a tough one, as Duriel does slow you. Best thing you can do is make sure to keep Battle Cry on him. Just to keep his damage down. But you can also really now see the benefit of Crushing Blow. As lowering that down. When you do connect with those Crushing Blow hits, it's very big. And he's probably low enough now.
Thanks.
We can shout him to death. And finish him off. And just like that, Act 2, easy. Easy.
Greetings. I have failed.
Only one TP scroll. Wild.
Good day.
And here also is a place where I really like to shop. So if I'm ever farming and I want to get like some really nice gloves or find better boots or whatever it is, this is a great place. Because you can very easily dodge in and out right there. There's also good belts. You can see 64 life on this belt. Nacho, thank you.
Hello.
But what I really like to look for here is I like to look for like 30 or 40 faster run walk boots with resistances as well.
Hello.
So we'll see if we find any. There's some 30s, which is an improvement over our 20s. And I'll probably just leave it at the 30s.
Greetings.
Yeah, that's probably good enough. But, hey, 2 to gem and spear skills. But you can get some little upgrades there. Get them with, you know, plus 30 fire res, things like that. It's really nice. So we talk, we run through, and you're done with Act 2. Can Elzik sell 320s? Yeah, but I think Anya's still just going to be the best farm spot. There's your clap. Good job, everybody. Where's my mercenary? He's so slow right now. There he is. Now I can yell at a bunch of little flare dudes. And birds. I think I'm gonna go players 3. Necrobionic! With the 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Mwah! Big kisses to you. Mino Faisal? Because we have Kasim today. So I'm just gonna make it a little bit more difficult there.
Thanks.
Try and keep the experience rolling a little more. Spider forest or cavern? No. If you do have questions about how to understand and run around Act 3 maps, and again, oh, no jade figurine. Must be further back. Then I do have a video on explaining how Act 3 maps work. Highly recommended to go look that up. Probably how Act 3 maps work, Mr. Llama SC, something like that. There's our jade.
What a strange little statue.
You only need Trav Endurance? Nope. They're changing it now. Doesn't even know some video titles. I have like 3,000 something videos on YouTube. I have no clue what some of the titles are. I'm gonna try and release like 80 videos this month. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And ring the notification bell. It's true, my notification bell is very low compared to the average YouTube. And there was a broadsword right out there, so if you still didn't have your 2 bases, there's one of the bases. What's the overweight giraffe? It's a llama. Just like a llama planter. Overweight giraffe. Blizzard should increase the radius of Warcry? No, it's so good already. Look at us crushing stuff right now. So good. Is this a safe hardcore build? Yeah, I think this is one of the best hardcore builds you can do.
Thanks.
I am overburdened.
And 5 more points there. Another point of Warcry. Yeah, the spiders in Resurrected are so great. But yeah, essentially the basic idea for the jungles is just dip into each one of those areas. That's going to be the main thing that you're going to be doing to start. There's going to be 3 of those areas per map. As for worrying about getting to Flare Jungle and those sorts of things, that's a little more complicated, and the video has a good explanation. I mean, your options with the barb are listen to him scream and shout, or listen to him whiff and attack over and over again. Kind of take your pick. Alright, Flare Jungle. Personally, I like listening to him scream and pound some dudes. But that's just me, maybe. Flare Jungle in Nightmare is also a really good spot for experience. This is like, if you're ever kind of playing through and need a little bit more IES, this is a fantastic place to get it. Thank you, Tree Planter. Highly recommended. Yeah, good mob density, decent experience on those little flare dudes as well.
Mama Starcraft in chat. Who's ready for ladder soon?
Me.
Holy blade does not belong in the hands of the Zakharov.
So much me. What's going on down here? Am I on players 1? No, I'm on players 3 right now. I wanted to get even a little bit more experience because I'm level 46. So, since I'm a little bit over leveled, which honestly I say I'm over leveled, 46 in this area is actually a perfectly fine normal level to be. Like if you spend your time killing a lot of stuff and whatever, this is very natural. But normally I would be like 30, another in Warcry, more vitality. Normally I'd be like in the 30s right now still, 37, something like that. So over leveled for speedrunning, but for playing through, this is honestly a fantastic level, and I think if you guys stick at this level, you'll enjoy the game even more. You kind of match the levels that I'm at with these areas. At least for now. Once I get to Hell, I'll probably go a little, hey, another Amrune. Alright. We can re-roll it, baby. Flare Dungeon is where the Jidbin is, that's correct. So, all we need is to roll 27 FCR. I believe. Reroll the better one to go for 225s? No. Actually, no, I want more than that. Because then I'd still have to use a thing, and 5% MF, nice. 55 to life. Ooh, I like that. Alright, so now I want to 35, 34, 33 FCR. Oh god, he's lightning cold enchanted. Will I do another Warcry playthrough with the 2.4 changes? This should have the 2.4 changes on it, right? Unless there's even more made for the Warcry Barb. But I'm kind of assuming that there's not more being made right now for the Warcry Barb. Okay.
Greetings.
Talthal or Am. Hell plus 25 FCR. Talthal or Am. Talthal. Ort 35, 33. Let's go. Is that the perfect number? 105. We did it. Whew. All right, 55 to life. Lightning res 11, 5 to strength. Yeah. Nice. We did it, chat. Good job, everybody. That was a team effort. Oh, God. I don't like it. Stab it. Good reroll. Yep. You can jump through the bars in the jail. No love for unique Shamshire? I mean, we're just two spirits. We don't need anything else weapon-wise. Another into Warcry, and more over here. Let's check out the Greaves. Nothing good. Having the faster run walk is very important to us. Just again for survivability and just movement and stuff. But also, you know, I'd want more like resistance or hit. I mean, I don't need hit recovery now, but resistances and stuff would be really nice. Grab the brain. Whiz Spike would be nice, but it is a higher level requirement, so nothing we'd be using for a while. Dolls do not have Crushing Blow, but they have an explosion of their corpse upon death. Immediately upon death, that is awful, so it still hurt very badly. And again, a physical immune. What do? We run away. Dual enchant. We will leave it alone. So gross. Now what I try to do here is just, you can keep them kind of on the edge. We call it edging is the term we use in Diablo 2. So you keep them right on the edge of your Warcry, and then the dolls will just not be able to hit you. So, just something that you can kind of practice a little bit. You get that initial piece, and you just edge them ever so slightly.
I need a key.
So, right here. Ouch.
I am overburdened.
Thanks.
Drink up.
Moo.
Torkol, thank you. Hey, why are we in emote only? Thank you for the Prime sub. Reminder to everybody, they do not auto-renew. I'll be live on Saturday. Thank you, Joe. Saturday, I believe, is my day off. Right now, I have one day off scheduled. And Avon, thank you very much. Continuing the gifted sub. Also, we probably want to make sure we go back to P1 prior to Travancore. As Travancore is pretty nasty. And never be afraid to just use battle cry again whenever you run into mobs. They're just doing too much damage.
382. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, Art of Bong. How's Grail coming along? Great. We're getting this character leveled up. Another level, another point in Warcry and Vitality, and that is our last point in Warcry. So after this, our future points will start going into Battle Cry,
Mr. Llama
or
SC. Best of luck.
you can put some into Battle Lords if you want a
immune,
little bit more life
stone
for
skin,
your damage.
mana burn with decrepify curse.
Oh, thank you. Maybe. Icardon! Did you do one too many bits on that cheer? What? What? With a one.
Greetings from Trophy Club. Don't judge. It's just a name.
Trophy
Avon
Club.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Labor Melkor.
Wow. Can we get some love for Icardon in the chat? Also, thank you, Avon, with that gifted sub. Your scheduling says 5 to 11 p.m. every day. Yeah, I don't know why it's saying 5 to 11 p.m. It's so confusing.
Moo.
Bombastic86 gifted a tier 1 sub to get _SwiftyX.
Get Swifty. Thank you, Bombastic. Bombastic.
I was going to spec into a Zerker, but now you make me want to shout all day.
Shouting is fun. Kasim is probably going to die to Hydra's. Yep. As is tradition, and so will I. Good lord. Was there a dual enchant there? I'm not even sure what killed me.
No.
I'm not even sure what killed me. I was so busy watching my mercenary. Oh, you're right. I am on players 3. Alright, let's go back to players 1. Tarnus, thank you. Maybe I was on players 5 even.
Moo.
Droner, thank you as well. And I just wanted to show you what happens if you don't fight them on players 1.
Join my army of the
It is not great.
Donkey, horseface.
Donkey.
Hello.
And we're also going to go to the Kuras Bazaar and do Battle Maid Serena. So we can get even more life before we get over to there. I'm holding onto the statue. I'm just going to go turn them both in at the same time. Thank you, Labor. Again, Icardon, thank you so much. My goodness. I really hope that wasn't a typo, because I know you're usually on the 1111. And here you can see without insight kind of the mana issues that you might run into. Where you just get caught waiting a little bit for that mana to regen. So that insight really does a lot. Hey, another Amrune. Proving that we could have just run forward. Moo.
join my army.
No.
We are level 49. Any news about ladders, dates? Nothing right now. Nothing at all.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I knew something. Okay, so get your potion, get your extra points. Nice little life boost. Aw, Icardon, thank you. With the 1111. There's a 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. So many ones, hard to count.
No typo.
Impossible.
Just a Dallas neighbor saying hi.
Hello. Oh god, Conviction Aura is not fun. Okay, so we've got some of them killed. I'm actually going to drag here a little bit just to try and get them away from all of each other because they were just healing each other a little too much. Am I redoing all of them? Yeah, and more. So, there you go. Just like that, Travancore completed. Nobody died at all. This area also is choosing to be laggy. Now, once again, if you are looking for another boss to farm, Mephisto can be a decent one. And there you can see the death of
gifted a tier 1 sub to X Conrad HX. They have given 3
what
gift
dolls
subs
can
to the
do.
channel.
So you really got to work on keeping them right on that edge. Art of Bong, thank you very much. But yeah, you can get the waypoint here. Yeah, I didn't bring Kasim back yet because he's probably going to die at Mephisto. Again, what is this FPS in this area? I've never had these FPS issues here. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Because I didn't change my setup. No clue. And of course, this map is always forever and a day long. So enjoy that. Running around for so long trying to find. It's the endurance of hate. I can't believe you missed that one, Gary. The durance of endurance? It literally has durance right in it. We'll go ahead and swap over, make sure we have that free. Just leap across, because I don't want to deal with the baddies. And you know what to do. Concentrate with those hits.
Moo.
Justice for Gary.
Justice for Gary. He said it should be called the durance of endurance. Come on. Endurance of hate was a freebie. It was literally staring him right in the face. It's okay, Gary. So, once you get him down below his name roughly or so, you can just finish him off with a little shouting. Nice and simple.
Moo.
Oh,
Thanks, Pamda. And there you go.
I can't carry it.
Ceremonial.
Maybe now the world.
Just like that. You, my friend, are the brand new owner of a Nightmare Act 3 Barbarian. Give yourselves a clap.
Countess FFM gifted a tier 1 sub to Gary_Francis_.
Yeah, you.
They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Good job. Lycanders is always fun. I mean, obviously this character, it's pointless, but always a fun one.
Join my army of the dead.
Moo.
Let's get Kasim back. Thanks, Art. Sell that, do this, do this. I think we're good to keep going. Come here, get your battle orders. And I mean, still decent experience out here, and we're just on P1. I don't know if we need to go to P3 at this point. You can always kind of gauge what level players count you feel like you should be at, just based on how comfortable you feel, how quickly you're able to kill stuff, yada yada yada. So like I say, out here, I feel like if I'm going to P3 or something, it would really start to take a long time to kill stuff. Damage might start to become an issue. All of that. So, P1 though, it's doing just fine. And there's still plenty of experience to be gained and everything.
I am overburdened.
This will be up on the YouTube. We can do a quick item check when we get to maybe like River of Flame or something. So, is there a difference between P1 and P2? Not for item drops. Difficulty, experience, all that stuff, yes. 50% more for every step in players. And remember, you do still need to slightly babysit your mercenary. Especially because my mercenary doesn't have life leech, so I am constantly, you'll hear it. Once again, every time you hear him say thank you, I'm giving him, or thanks, I'm giving him a potion. I'm going over and stunning the monsters around him, or I'm using battle cry to lower their strength. So I'm gonna go for more battle cry here. And more vitality. Try and just get that damage up a little bit. Yeah, we'll do a drip check here soon. We've got Isual as well. And this will be fast enough. We could use Crush Flange on him if we wanted for a little bit, but living wages for mercenaries, that's communist talk! He should be happy he just has a job! Okay, 2 more skill points. Battle cry, battle cry. And we can do a quick little look at our gear. So we have Spirit, Lore, just Amulet of the Colossus, plus to life, Spirit, Stealth, Mage Fist, Energy Ring, Life, Cold Res, Mana Belt, Nagel Ring, and 30 faster run walk. So nothing wild. Overall, I'd say the gear is pretty tame. The Mage Fist were a nice snag. But charms are all pretty whatever. They're just resistance, 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 life, resistance, MF. Haven't found any crazy charms really to go with us, unfortunately. It's so unbarb-like. Yeah, it's one of the fun things about it. I don't think it was ever designed to be used as a skill like this. So it's kind of fun that it became one. We have no clue on season 1. And it will start getting a little scary out here. These mages, there's a lot of deadly mobs out in the City of the Danged. So you do need to be careful for sure. But if you can get your stuns off, make sure you keep your battle orders up for yourself and your mercenary. You can be in a pretty good spot. I will warn you, if you try and run past too much stuff, your mercenary might start taking a lot of hits from things. So you have to be careful how many mobs you run past. Yes, I would be vigilant. Tongue twister. Whirlwind was so bad. Probably my least favorite guided playthroughs of all of the guided playthroughs that I did. You're in love with Rifson? Rifson's very fun. And the new elemental Phoenix Strike actually is kind of playing more like it.
When are you coming up to the Great Northeast?
The Great Northeast. Thank you, Brute. Which part of it is great? I'm not saying rude. No, I'm asking which great part are you referencing? Sorry, maybe that's a better way to phrase it. How about that? New York City? What do I look like, a billionaire? My goodness. Come to New Hampshire? Do people actually go to New Hampshire, like, on purpose? New Hampshire's nice? Never. Never heard anybody go there. Is this PTR? This is 2.4 PTR single player. I hate the cold, unless I can ski. But Northeast skiing is not good skiing, so. Okay. So Nightmare Forge has anywhere from Soul to Umrune for the rune drops. So one, you can get some nice currency just to have. But additionally, there's a lot of different things that you can make with those. We could make a duress for a mercenary. We could make a treachery. We could make, I mean, there's really a variety of things. So we'll go ahead and clear this out. Humperdew, thank you. Smack-a-doodle-doo. And dull rune. Nope, nothing we're making there. That's unfortunate. Thank you, Hamco 2000. So yeah, like I say, Lemrune, probably be looking at making treachery. You could also look towards wealth if you had some interest in that, but probably just make a treachery for the mercenary, and then he'll just be like super good. Pole rune, you could actually look at making wisdom, though not until 2.4 finishes, because it won't be available on single player until the ladder's over, I believe. Umrune duress. Yeah. But we didn't get anything. Dullrune's not going to be much help, so that's okay. Thank you again to the Prime subbers there. Appreciate it. Apart from making Zod, what else is Cham worth? Well, now it's going to be in a couple more rune words. So, new rune words 2.4. Would myth be worth using over stealth? Yeah, myth is nice. I mean, it's not nice at all, but it's nice in that it has +2 to barb skills. So that part, any plus to skills right now would be great. I do like having the FCR, but myth would be better. I would really love a smoke right now, as my resistances, you can see, are not amazing. So I do slightly worry going into hell that my resistance are going to be really low. So if I could have got a Lum Rune, or if I can find a Lum Rune somewhere, I would not be opposed to it. So finding something with a little more res, I think, would be nice. Obviously, something like a Viper Magi would be insanely good, and that's where you could even look at doing that Mephisto farming if you wanted. Like I say, it depends how much time you want to spend on that stuff. That's kind of the beauty of Diablo 2, is you can grind as much or as little as you want. So I'm not doing much grinding, boss killing, any of that stuff, but we could totally take this character, quit out, go back in, do another Mephisto run over and over again until we get a couple more nice pieces for ourselves, and it'd be really solid, you know? Like, it's a great way to play. You can get yourself whatever additional gear doing that. Maybe find some water walks.
I am overburdened.
Hey. Maybe find yourself that Viper Magi, find yourself, you know, Ariots. Lots of stuff that Nightmare Mephisto can drop that's actually super good. Thank you, Lipomus! I have moved. Yesterday, I said I've had enough.
Move.
Loved you.
Too many roaches in the apartment. Thanks, Nebo. I had roach traps everywhere. They brought pest control in twice. And they're still everywhere. Also, the internet's garbage. So now, let's go ahead and get our Crush Flange on. We have fiber internet.
Join my army of the dead.
Hooray for great internet.
Yep. And if you stand close enough to Diablo, you'll actually be underneath his lightning, and you'll see his lightning is not doing damage to me or Kasim. His fire will kill Kasim, though. Yeah, Meester. So, my assumption... Oh yeah, make sure to use Battle Cry. That'll help a lot, actually. My assumption is the neighbors were just filthy, and that was the problem. That is my assumption. Neighbors were just gross, and so there was just roaches everywhere from their place, and so no matter what I do, the neighbors are just gonna still be gross, and it's still gonna be gross. I have not bought a house yet. We need to have a little Mr. Llama house fund. So I can go look for one. Jeez, Admiral. Hot tub stream to fund the down payment. Exactly. What's the donation goal for a house? 100,000. I don't know.
House fund move.
Thank you, Art. By the time we hit it, the housing market will have doubled. You're willing to send 4 bitcoins to it? I will get a bitcoin address for that. Alright. Let's shout him down. Finish him off with some shouts. I'll probably just buy one here in Dallas so I can be near my parents. And just like that, my goodness, that was fast and easy.
For you, Diablo.
Diablo down, Act 4 down. We are on to Act 5. Now, before we go over to there, I like to buy my potions in Act 4, as they are going to be half the price until we kill Shank. Get a big enough house to let my parents move in with me? My parents have a nice house. They don't want to live with me either. 100K in Dallas to buy a garage. Oh, that was going to be the down payment. That's what the goal would be. The down payment for the house. I don't think you can find a house for 100,000 here anywhere.
To cleanse my homeland.
Well, I'd still have to find a Monarch shield anyways. So, spending another 100 plus points just to get that shield for a little bit of res, I just don't think it would be worth it, even if I had a Monarch shield. Only need 3% down payment? Yeah, but then I have to pay PMI, and forget that noise. My parents are gonna go to New Zealand for their all expense paid first class trip. To which I said, the furthest place?
I can't care anymore.
Really milking it for all they can.
Happy llama, sad llama, mentally disturbed llama, super llama, drama llama, big fat llama,
Mwah.
llama, 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 llama. Who is this big llama? Starting all this drama.
Icardon!
It's me, bitch.
You can, but 100k houses have roaches and bad internet.
Gross. What's PMI? Private mortgage insurance, whatever it is. I forget the P stands for. It's just a scam. Josh, thank you. Essentially, if you put less than 20% down on a home, they make you buy PMI to just make you have to pay more money every month for no reason. Personal mortgage insurance. Is that it? Yeah. It's for people that are struggling on the down payment, yes. But it ends up just being even more money that's going into just their hands instead of going towards the down payment or the interest of the loan or anything like that. So a barb not saving the other barbs. Would I use the Nasher or Malice for Ubers? I mean, you're gonna need some form of open wounds, but you also need some form of crushing blow. So pick one and find the other piece on another piece. Goes to the PMI company's hands, not the mortgage company's. Yeah. Well, here's the wild thing with 2008. Not only banks were so eager to get people to take out loans so they could package them up into garbage and then sell them onto the market and make more money that way, that they started creating the most garbage loans ever. They literally created loans for people to buy houses who had no income. And they didn't even have to pay a monthly payment. Negative amortization. I don't even remember the whole names of them. They would just roll the monthly payment to the end of the loan. That's how greedy they got at the end of it. They were so eager to just get anybody and everybody to buy a home that they said, doesn't even matter. You don't have to have any income whatsoever. You don't have to pay any monthly payments. Jackson. That's a cute name. Just own a loan so we can wrap it up and sell it. It was a mess. Absolute mess. And we'll go another battle cry and more vitality. So then they come and they say, all right, well, we're going to do PMI because we want to make sure that we won't have any issues if there's failure and they don't have the down payment money to put it up for the home and all that stuff. Because the consumer is the person that caused the issue? No.
I can't carry anymore.
It was them. The greedy banks were the ones that caused all the issues. And then they were like, let's put in securities in place on the, against the consumer. Move. Go find our frozen river. There it is. I mean, look. Should people have been taking on homes they couldn't afford? No. But were banks giving them that freedom knowing that they couldn't take that on and approving them for that stuff? Yes. And the problem is a lot of people are not very smart. So it was just predatory. It was just smart people taking advantage of people that are not smart. Plain and simple. There are a lot of dumb people in this world.
Move? Which people?
Well, Twitch chat is definitely not in that group. Twitch chat is full of the smartest people. At least the ones that have subscribed to Mr. Llama SC, so I've heard. And have followed the channel.
I am smart.
Josenar, what a smart guy. Atsukare's insanely smart. Wow. Look at how easy it is to prove they're smart. Sounds like a pyramid scam? No, there's no pyramid. It's just a straight up scam.
I can do science me.
You can do science, you. There you go.
No.
Salvation, thank you. There you go, Randios. Look at how smart Salvation is. Wow. That's a smart person if I've ever seen one. No, and we don't need to get into now the education. Given, once again, kids hundreds of $1,000s in loans.
Beartrek26 gifted a
another
tier 1
Sivers.
sub to Sotori Sampa.
We ain't even got to start on that. And the ethics around that. Xander, Beartrek. Wow. Beartrek being smart and helping Sotori Sampa become smart. It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure the really smart people in chat are the ones who use their IO doles to have Mr. Llama SC pay for their subscription or have Daddy Bezos pay for it.
Hey, hold on
Remember,
a second.
Chat, use your Twitch Prime here or beg for a sub for only 50,000 IO doles.
Wait a second. Undischargeable loan, do you say? What could go wrong? Let's put some of these away. And more points for Battle Cry and for Vitality. Let's keep going. Thank you, Watcher. Can I request an Iodol loan? Sure, but you gotta pay an insurance of 100 bits a day until you can pay off your Iodol loan. It'll come, McCaff. I do it at the end. Oh, this character's so good. I forgot how good it is. And now with the extra boost from the spirits and the more damage from the Warcry and the lower mana cost, Warcry Barb has really picked up. He has really improved. I am wildly impressed. Now, when we get to Hell, this is still going to be more of a struggle, especially when you get into Hell like Act 3, 4, 5. You're just going to run into some, you know, extra... It's just monsters have a lot of life. It's really hard to do a lot of damage there. But
I want to play with my chars on my Nintendo Switch and on my PC.
Okay.
But I would also want to use the player count setting. Now, what do? Do I play offline, thus being able to set the player count?
Yeah.
Or do I play online, but fail at finding others to play with? Darn it.
I just play
so
offline.
hard.
Move.
Sternblade looking so smart. They call him Six es Inteligente. I didn't even know what that meant until I subscribed to my channel. Because then suddenly I gained knowledge of how to speak Spanish. Wild. That's how it works. I don't make the rules though. You didn't sub for February? No February. All content free.
Move.
The guardians of
Swaggle, thank you. Alright, now we have Ancients coming up. Let me replace my headset and we can do this. So the first thing is, if you do want to replace some of your or get some more potions, you totally can. It just depends how much potion space you feel you need. So you can throw some on the ground if you would like.
Afternoon.
I'm gonna get Crush Flange in hand. I'll repair here. I'll sell this. And we can go and buy some more potions. Now I have space in the cube, and like I said, I can throw on the ground as well. So go like this. And I can just do this and throw potions on the ground if I want to have just some more potions available. Now I shouldn't really need this for Nightmare too much. However, because I am a decent enough level, right? At level 53, I'm a decent enough level now that I should be okay. But it still never hurts to just be a little over-prepared. We can see how it goes. So you can sometimes just be careful. I don't really want stone skin, so I'm going to remove that and re-roll it. Mana burn is not the most fun, but not horrible either.
Join my army of the dead.
What? Now I have to send bits for game sounds instead of subscribing?
I'm going to go down here. And we can cast this. And try and hit right here. And I'm just making sure Kasim is doing okay. And again, by keeping these guys Warcried, the damage that Kasim is taking is basically nothing. So that's totally fine. Double crushing blow weapon might even be better. I mean, sure, but it's fine. This is going to be safer than trying to shout all three of them at once. I probably could shout all three of them at once, but they're going to be spinning around and jumping, and it's just not going to be super great. I would rather do it this way.
Thanks.
Just heal up Kasim. Stern Blade! And we'll shout him for the finishing blow. Head over here. Wow, with the 5,000 biddies. My goodness.
Finally made it to a stream. Appreciate all the entertainment hours, THX.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And we'll just keep him weak. And then again, whenever we're ready, we can just shout him down. And then lastly, it'll just be Korlik. And it shouldn't be too bad.
Ooh.
Beat him and shout him. So, again, very simple. Spacing them out is helpful. You could fight all of them at the same time, especially if you keep them all Warcried. You should be totally fine. And like I said, I'm level 53, so I'm going to be a higher level. Kajalnet, thank you for the sub. So, you're going to be totally okay there doing that. I'm just going to use this. And just kind of crush and blow, slowly lower him down, and then shout him to death. Sternblade again with the 5,000. Thank you so much. Wasn't I in the movie The King of Stat? I'm not Pete Davidson! Oh my god. How many times must we have this conversation? Nothing like him. And whenever we're ready, we can finish him off with some good old yelling. And go forward from there. Pretty simple. Another point in battle cry. More vitality. Set up a little safety TP for ourselves. we are good to go here. Mr. Robot. If you want to kill stuff around here, you can. If you just want to run forward, you can also do that. Especially if you are, you know, a high enough level. But I mean, it's also not very long for me to
I can't carry anymore.
kill a lot of that stuff. And I am enjoying keeping a little bit of ahead of experience, right? Staying a little bit above, getting a little more experience. Ghoul Lords are also very high in physical defense, just as a heads up. So not a mob that I would really like to fight very often. Just be aware. Our Warcry is 585 to 607 damage. And of course it has that AoE as well, which is super nice. Now I would also very much recommend getting the waypoint down here. Extremely important in my mind. Because one, this can be a great place to do some more farming, but two, if it does get dangerous, if you do get terrible mobs in your throne room that you can't kill, they're killing you, whatever it is, you can always just leave. Rejoin and then go back in, right? But Baal waves a lot of times are a place, especially in Nightmare, where people really like to level up. They'll level up to like level 65, 70, something like that. Really spend a lot of time in there so that they can be prepared to go into hell, because the difficulty spike when you get into hell is pretty high. It's definitely significant. I will be a singer for this playthrough, yes. Yeah, Pits did give us that main songs for our Grail finish. Got it just in time for D2R. Closing in on level 55, which is great. Not a terrible map there. And there's souls right there, but that's okay. We'll keep running. See how bad it is over in the throne room itself. Good, Mang's drop in the river. Dang, nice. Perfect. Who else is in here? Cool. So let's do some Baal waves. And again, if you want to even increase it, I'm going to go like players 5 on this first Baal wave. Just to get a little more experience from it. Since it's a weak wave. We'll go back down to players 1 here. We'll put another point in Battle Cry and more there. Nice jerk. Kill those guys. And it always is good to just kind of feel out what level you think, what player count you think you could do it on, so the next time you... It's painful. You come to fight, you can know where you kind of want to go. Yeah, I would definitely use Viper Magi. I wouldn't up it, no reason for the increased requirements, but 100% that would be like best in slot for playing through the game with. It's like that was pretty good. Players 3 maybe for that. Next could be really nice if we want to keep doing more of these runs. And honestly, we could even maybe go players 3 there. We do have Lore Helm. So a lot of experience definitely to be gained here. Our character is decently strong, has decent damage. So we can keep rolling that stuff. And now, of course, we do our swap. We weaken him. And we concentrate. And just get some crush and blow hits in there. Now something I can also do is I can actually make a rhyme shield for my offhand here. Because a lot of these bosses are going to be slowing with the cold damage. Baal, Diablo. So being able to have that rhyme shield in the offhand would be nice. And is something I can totally do. And then also good for like Ancients later on if one of them is Spectral Hit in Hell or something. So we'll probably go back and make one of those after we do this, but big damage being done right here.
So many hours wasted watching pounding dudes. I so appreciate you. Keep up the hard work.
I don't know if wasted is the word I would use, but thank you, fish. And let's see how shouting looks. Still probably not quite. Let's hit him a couple more times like this. Why is this mace? Crush flange? Crush and blow. Now we'll shot him to death. And just like that, ta-da, you have now beaten Nightmare. Level 56, Battlecry Vitality. How easy was that? Give yourselves the clap, everybody. Well done. Well done. You are a master shouter. Let's also go back. I forgot again to do Radamant. We can go do that. I do 589 to 612 damage without Warcry on, or Battle Command on. So a little over 600. 617 to 640. And we will just race through. Oops. That on. Excuse me. It's a very long way to the level 2. It's never that long. With good gear, it's over 2,000 you can do, yeah.
Thanks for the guides.
Thanks, Fufu. Probably even more now.
What build for new player starting out in D2R? Loving the content, smiley face.
I mean, there's a lot of them. So this is definitely, you know,
Nope.
I
Love
have
the positive
videos.
content. Glad
Thanks,
you took
Mike.
a
Thanks,
vacation.
both.
You're a human too.
I am sometimes. I mean, I'm a llama, but also humanish. So I have like best PVM characters and things like this. So it kind of depends the class you want. But like Trapsin, Hammerden, Shout Barb, Elemental Druid, you know, Blizz Source. Summon Necro, Bone Necro. Honestly, any of the Necros are all pretty decent.
I've just about had my
Starts there.
Thanks.
Okay, and one more skill point, and we've now got Battle Cry maxed as well. So at this point, we can either go into Taunt for even more damage, or we can start putting even more points into Battle Orders if we want a little bit more life as well. That's totally fine. You can do that. But yeah, that is your Nightmare Barbarian. And like I said, at this point, you can kind of go and do what you want in terms of leveling up right here. If you want to push into hell at level 54, 55, 56, whatever it is, you totally can, right? We do it in speedruns. It is possible. Do I think it'll be something ideal and that you'll all enjoy? Not as much. One of the main reasons is it is a little bit difficult, right? Like I talked about before, if you can keep kind of that higher level, you'll feel like you're in a much better spot, like Neopolis. So being a little over leveled generally really does well for a lot of characters in Diablo 2. So I would recommend kind of continuing to do it like this. You can also go ahead and level off of Eldritch if you would like we've done before. So I will show that after as well. Yes, we have insight for our mercenary. We spent a lot of time in the Nightmare Tower. And some of you might say, oh, it was too much time, it was boring, blah, blah, blah. But if you look at all of the... Jesus. If you look at all of the gain that we really got from the amount of time we spent in there, we got 2 spirits, we got a lore helm, we got an insight. I mean, that's invaluable in a run like this. That really just does so much. So yes, it's a lot of time. And we also leveled to level 43, which put a lot of power, or gave us a lot of power for the rest of the game. So there's definitely a lot of benefit there.
Impossible.
And it's worth it. And I'm actually going to go up to players... I'm going to go to players 5. Just for everything. It feels like we're strong enough right now. And it'll be a little bit more time spent, but I mean, the experience gain is going to be massive and super beneficial. So.
Thanks.
Try and keep the Hydras out of it with the permastun.
No.
Hi.
Nailed it. Thanks, Trippa! And again, just crazy experience there on players 5. I'm actually going to go to players 7 for this next wave. Put one into taunt. 5 here. as wave 4 is worth so much experience. And they're really pretty easy to kill as well. They're not crazy damaging, so. You got a soul rune from subscribing? I mean, it can help. What should I farm or do to become safe in hell? Nightmare Mephisto is really a good place to farm for a little more safety. And just getting a lot of levels as well can be really nice. Get a lot of resistances. And we're gonna go to players 5. And that was worth like a whole level just for that. And this wave, of course, is also worth plenty. Yeah, the stun is insanely good. Perfect. And so if you want to keep going in and doing Baal, you totally can. I feel like, But, like I was saying before, you can come here and you can actually just do players 8. Why not taunt to gather them? I don't need to gather them. They're already all around me. And you can just come out here and kill Eldritch. And you can see the experience here is very nice. You can get some decent item drops. And then when you're done, you just leave the game. Go back in. And rinse and repeat. And so once again, this is a great way that you can level up. And you kind of go, again, to whatever level you want. If you want to go to 55, you go to 55. If you want to go to 60, go to 60. If you want to go to 70, you can honestly go to 70. Especially with those Baal runs, and you can do them at like players 5, players 7, and of course the higher you get, you can, you know, do them up even higher with that. You're going to be in a great spot. So, I don't know, Eisenlink said. I don't really look at that. That piece. Oops, that's players 1. I was like, that was way too easy. Farming Pindle is also fine and actually also a good idea. Oops, I went to hell. Let me go back real fast. So, actually doing both of them in the same game is something that we'll do sometimes. So you just go out there, players 8. Ouch, Kubas.
Thanks.
Impossible.
Kill all the baddies.
Impossible.
Get the level up. And then because load times especially are so long, we'll do another taunt. I do not know. You can come over here and then go over to Pindle as well.
Impossible.
And again, another great place to get experience and also find some nice items and all sorts of stuff there. So yeah, you can honestly just rotate these two positions over and over again. And I mean, get to 60 super, super quick. So I'm just going to do that real fast. We're just going to get to 60. And we will do a quick review again and then move on for the next one, you know. Get ready for hell.
I can.
Guided means I'm guiding you through it. Talking about my decisions. Hold your hand a little bit, exactly. Why you might want to do a certain thing. Gear to look for, etc. Which did you add sockets to after Crystal Sword? I mean, if you don't have 2 of them, you should just get 2 for the spirits. If you don't have your insight, you should get some sort of poleaxe for an insight. Again, make sure it's guaranteed to roll 4 open sockets. After that, if you find a nice unique, like a rock stopper or something, and you want to put it in that, you can do that. You kind of get some options, right? Depends what you're looking for and what you want, K-Blunts. Both are good. Players 8. And on this run, we should be able to get to level 60.
I can't.
And we can move forward to hell. Oh, so close. No, you cannot leech. Cleanse ladder. Oh, wish I knew. Yeah, cheese. And we are level 60, which is plenty good enough for me to move into hell. So we will start our move towards hell, and we'll just do a quick little overview and chat about everything as we get prepped for it.
Good day.
Yeah, I saw it, gotcha. So first thing to note, we can see my resistances are not great. This is just because my gear, I'm not really running like any resistance rings, amulet, anything like that. I haven't really found much with resistance, but we can start taking a look at some different pieces of gear. Again, I could also look for a different belt here, but I can start looking for like some boots that are going to have nice resistances on them as well. And this is even where we can go back to Nightmare right there, and we can go farm those boots from Elzix in Act 2 and Nightmare, just checking for some 30 or 40 faster run walks with like 30 to 40 light res or cold res or fire res, something like that, right? So this is always one of my favorite places to farm for just some small gear like that. Gloves would also be nice. Personally, I'm not going to grab them because I have my Mage Fist and I feel happy with those. But you could look for some, you know, high res gloves just from there. But I will say finding some sort of good boot like 40 faster run walk, 37 fire res or something would be really nice. And is very easy to shop right over here. So a lot of people, once again, I got it in 2 runs, which is nice. But I mean, if you spend 10 minutes shopping for boots, you'll find something similar to this. That's not a 3-hour shop at all. I mean, you can get this in 10 to 20 minutes easily. And just like that, now our fire res is no longer in the negatives. It's now, you know, healthy and probably like 20% or something like that. And that's super, super nice, 22%. So my cold res is a little low. I can always chug thawing potions to help that out. And it's all just going to be a little bit low still. But if I do find a ring that's dual res, or a couple rings with nice resistances, or an amulet with good resistances, I can even craft an amulet to get some resistances if I want, or rings, you know, so you can do some stuff to kind of guarantee yourself a little bit more. So like, let me go Heraldric Cube recipes, and let's go to ring. And
Good day.
What is that recipe? Jewelry recipes. Perfect. So we can do a coral ring.
Impossible.
Hey, let me get rid of this actually. This. Get our crush flames just to make sure we don't leave that. And we'll put our flawless topaz in here. So we do that. Plus we do a magic ring. Let's just go gamble a ring.
Good day.
Plus a rejuvenation potion equals a coral ring. And so now we have a 30 light res ring. And I can put that over the 16 to energy. Get rid of that. 3 to battle orders, 32 to life. Ooh, nice. And just like that, we've now got ourselves 30 additional light res. So there's just always so many of these little things. A prismatic amulet is one of each perfect gem. So each type minus the skull, plus a magic amulet. And that'll then give you a amulet with 16 to 20 all res. So that's really nice as well, and something that you could definitely go for. Like I've already got these two. I could, you know, work up to get another one and just try and get all of them to perfects and make myself a prismatic amulet if I wanted. So again, there's always going to be time that you can spend doing these sorts of things. And the more time that you want to take for it, and I'll even show you right there, like here's some of the stuff you can do with those. The more time that you want to take to do these sorts of things, the better that it's just going to be. And this is the Diablo 2 experience that I just love playing through. It's the one where you're going and you're just improving your pieces of gear and taking a little bit of time to have a lot of fun. And you're the person that's going and shopping for the boots or crafting the coral ring or anything like that. Because I promise you, 99.9% of you have never crafted a coral ring before. And, you know, but like, if you play through the game solo and need light res and all this stuff, you're like, actually, this could be helpful. Right? So that is the fun and beauty of this game, and why I always recommend playing through like this. I think it makes the game just so brilliant, and the itemization shines through even more. With that being said, this is the end of part Nightmare. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in part Hell. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, do all that stuff. Mwah. Peace, YouTube. I'll see you guys in part Hell.